Hey guys, welcome back to the episode. This is a continuation of our last episode, so if you haven't already, go back and check that one out, because otherwise this won't make any sense. Actually, probably won't make sense anyway. Enjoy!
Moving on. Moving on.
Sir Lonnie.
Yeah.
Since you back-to-backed us with the songs, how about we double up on you?
Ooh.
So go ahead.
Kinky.
Do you want to do a game or do you want to do a topic?
I can actually do both. Fuck it. I'll go ahead and
Well,
go
you're going
into
to double up, but you
I
got to
am.
do one first.
Well, since we talked about Randy Newman at length, I want to keep talking about Randy Newman in a small way. What?
In a short way.
In a short way. What? So Randy Newman.
Donald Trump.
So Randy Newman was obviously a composer, and he made music for one of the greatest films of all time. What film was that?
Toy Story.
Exactly. Toy Story is beloved by everybody. It's one of the only films on IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes that still has 100% franchise.
You know why?
Why?
Because it's usually short people that watch the movie.
Short people can't vote on IMDb. But, you know, and then there's spawned, 3 sequels and gosh knows how many other
Shorts and stuff.
shorts, yeah. It pretty much put Pixar on the map. Pixar had other movies, but this was kind of
That one, I
that
believe
was
is
their
the one
cash
that
cow.
created the bouncy ball. The
This
bouncy
was
sparkle.
their Nightmare on Elm Street for sure. Let's say I go ahead and try to make you guys not like the Toy Story franchise.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and try.
This will be easy.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to ruin Toy Story and the Toy Story franchise for everybody just because I feel like it.
Do your best.
Are you just going to talk about the new Buzz Lightyear movie?
No, because I haven't seen it and I don't want to see it, but
Neither do I.
I love Toy Story. Don't get me wrong. It's one of my favorite Pixar movies. I just got a case of the fuck arounds today and I just wanted to see how many people I could break their childhood.
It's something fun to have on in the background.
I feel like the devil and you've been in the desert for so long and I come to you as a snake going, you want some water? You want some water? I'm gonna ruin.
God, no.
I'm gonna try to ruin Toy Story for you, make you think. So in the first one, Sid, he's kind of seen as the antagonist, breaking toys, changed them into things. But is Sid really the bad guy of it? The only thing we know about Sid is he likes to break toys and combine them with other toys.
He fixes them. He's a fixer.
He changes them. But what do we know about Sid?
He's a garbage man.
Well, let's talk about Toy Story 1. Okay. We'll start at the first one.
What do we know about
What do we
him?
know about Sid?
He is an ornery big brother
How do you know he's an ornery big brother?
because how he reacts to his sister.
All we really know is from the toy's point of view that we have a child who plays aggressive with toys. So we don't know him from a personal point of view. We only see him from the point of view of an inanimate object. So if we were grapes and we're sitting in a batch of grapes and we seen someone come eat a grape, that person would be a fucking cannibal. But that person could also be your mom in real life. So to the toy's eyes, of course, Sid's going to be an asshole. He plays aggressive with toys. But if you look close when it's going through Sid's house, you see a drunk dad passed out in the chair during the day. Because you see a bunch of beer cans laying around him. That's the middle of the day. No, they literally say beer cans. So
Sid is not responsible for his actions.
no, I'm just saying.
You're saying his dad is the one breaking all the toys.
I'm saying, why are you giving this kid shit? He's obviously in a shitty situation. He's just trying to
He's responsible for
find
his own
his
actions.
out.
Well, he is a dick to his sister because he asked her a question and did a package come? She's like, I don't know. He's like, what do you mean you don't know? She's like, I don't know. And then he snags her doll and he's like, oh no, Janie.
Yeah, well,
And then
he's
he
a
rips
brother.
Vice. And then he's like, we have ways of making you talk.
Playing
No, he actually took the head off.
aggressively.
What about when
He decapitated a doll,
he's
a human doll, ripped out her hair.
But do you think it's really necessary for toys to come to life and traumatize him?
yes, he's a dick. He is a dick. When he's at Pizza Planet, he's jumping on top of one of the games. You shouldn't be standing on a game. And he's beating the crap out of it. And then he just throws it and kicks it. It's
Is it malfunctioning?
No.
Well, you don't do that to a game.
There are rules in place at places like Pizza Planet.
Yes.
And he's a punk ass kid.
Okay. He's 10.
He's a
How do
punk.
you also know that's not a fault of an absent drunk father
It takes a factor, but still, he's responsible for his own actions.
or a terrible mom? We don't know about mom. Mom could have left a long time
She's
ago.
got a little action on the side. I'm trying to think.
She left dad for OnlyFans.
Was?
Mom was never present.
Oh, okay.
She wasn't.
So all I'm saying is,
She yells down. His Pop-Tarts are ready in the morning.
no, that's
But that could be the slut that the dad slept with.
that
the
could
night
be
before.
the
One of the
girl from the strip club.
ladies of the night.
Yeah,
Nice.
that you pay extra.
Sid's dad.
You pay extra for that
Pimpin'.
service.
Big pimp.
I'm gonna give you $300. I want a blowjob, and I want you to wake my son up in the morning and give him Pop-Tarts.
He's doing a different kind of Toy Story with her.
Right.
If you know what I mean.
Toy Story
Still called
Deuce.
Woody and Buzz.
Yes,
Toy
sir.
Story Deuce. But and that brings you to your thing about him being a garbage man later. How do you know he didn't become a garbage man later? Because he was so traumatized that he became a garbage man to make sure no toys ever got thrown away
Well,
again.
it's because
Now he knows they're sentient.
everybody knows that garbage men are from garbage boys. So if you're a garbage boy, you'll probably become a garbage man.
That's a general assumption.
Garbage.
How
boy.
could he? What happens if he doesn't want to be a boy?
He is, isn't he? I think they call him a boy.
Moving on.
We weren't really as sensitive way back then. We just enjoyed art.
Toys do not have a concept of death.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Look at the third one.
Second one.
Second one, too. Also.
No,
as
third.
well.
You're right. Third one, where they're in the fire thing.
The
yes.
child plate, child care one.
Yeah.
the one time?
Yeah. The one time they almost got melted and almost died. Yes.
Hey,
That's death.
That was a sad moment. I thought, holy shit, they're gonna kill him.
What if they actually did? You're like, fuck. Roll credits. It's like,
Right.
that's how Toy Story ends? Jeez.
But think about it this way. In number one, they thought Buzz was dead because he fell out the window.
True.
What's their concept of death, though? If both those things can kill them, they have no idea what their concept of death is.
They go to Valhalla.
Well, no, it's not that because they've taken plenty of large falls. They weren't worried about flying on the rocket. They weren't worried about death then. They were just worried about missing the truck. But
Well-
falling out of a second-story window is the same equivalent of burning to death, but that being shot from a fucking rocket wasn't a concern.
The army guys know what death is because they were like shooting at each other and getting blown up by fireworks and stuff, weren't
They're
they?
pre-programmed to know what death is.
So they do know what death is.
Well, something's wrong with the way they're programmed, anyways, because Buzz Lightyear in the first one doesn't think he's a toy, but yet every time a human walks in the room, he freezes like a toy. So if he didn't think he was a toy, why would he freeze like a toy? So it's something. There's some kind of disconnect.
Well, Buzz Lightyear is one of the ones who is programmable, whereas not just a piece of plastic, because he has a Spanish mode. And,
Yes.
I don't hate Toy Story yet, so let's keep going.
Keep going. Jeremy, nothing on don't understand the concept of death, even though they've been put in peril in lots of different ways they can't explain.
I have nothing to add to that.
Nothing, no. Okay.
Like, we know that they do fear falling because they're trying to safely repel from windows. They're trying to hold on to each other. Yeah.
I mean, even in the first one, when they're at the gas station and the semi truck comes pulling in and Woody drops and the tire almost like smashes his face. When he comes to, I mean, he's freaking out because he knew that, oh my God, I almost just got crushed.
It's not one of those movies. Oh, you mean like comes to conscious?
Yeah.
You're stupid.
Well, another thing, Toy Story 2. Stinky Pete was right the whole time. They should have just went to the museum.
Yes.
Yeah. But you guys are selfish and wanted more movies. You wanted a happy ending, which that should have been the end of it.
I didn't write it.
I did. Yeah. I mean, whatever route they would have went, I was right there with them.
So you agree that they should have stayed in the museum. Jesse and Woody and Bullseye should have stayed in the museum.
If you think about it, I mean, you're behind glass now. You don't ever get to get played with again. I think the whole object of the whole thing for these toys was they wanted to be played with.
Yeah.
And that's what brought them joy because they were bringing joy to other people. When you're behind the glass at a museum,
You don't have any value.
You don't. You have value, but
Not
to you.
not in the way that, like, you're not being loved in the way that you need to be loved. being propped behind a glass where you're away from the affection and attention.
But you're still being loved. You're just being loved from a distance.
Not physically.
but not in the way that you need to be loved.
Well, physical touch isn't everyone's love language.
Yeah, it's a toy's necessary language because they are pretty much made for activity or
Well, what about the concept that Woody's not actually Andy's toy? It was his dad's.
that's fine. Toys get passed down.
Yeah.
They all understand this.
Yeah.
It's just some of them want to stay with the ones that they've known maybe the longest or the most recent, and some of them hold grudges.
Right. I still think Stinky Pete had the right motives because I think giving yourself more joy to more people would be beneficial than someone who's going to enjoy you for a small time and potentially forget about you.
Yeah, I would say they would potentially forget if they're still behind a glass. It's more of like a...
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about staying with Andy until he ages out and potentially doesn't give you away, potentially keeps you until he forgets about you. Puts you in a toy box, and then you grow up until
like they
maybe he has a kid and the kid finds you.
What do you call it? Like sentience or so as toys, but they have more like spirit when the imagination is thriving in the one that plays with them.
Do you believe the concept that if the toys are neglected and ignored for long enough, they'll lose that spark and cease to exist anymore?
It's possible.
Because they could die. Why can't they stop living?
Yeah, I mean, they
What's their spark? What keeps them alive?
batteries.
Mrs. Potato Head's voice. Andy! Yeah, it's the best. I'm just telling you right now, when I did that, I thought
You
I
didn't,
sounded
though.
exactly like her.
Mrs. Potato Head. You said Mrs. Potato Head, but I was thinking Miss Piggy.
Both wrong.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, Potato Head.
Moving on.
You're just ignoring my question. Okay.
No, what was your question?
No, I forgot.
Don't be like that.
I forgot now.
Sarah.
Sarah. Fuck you. What about Buzz not even liking Andy?
He's cool.
He's never been in it for Andy.
In the
Well, he
first
doesn't think
one.
he's from this world.
No,
so-
he's never even been in it for Andy. He's always in it for the toys. He's never been in it for Andy. He's never been in it to be Andy's toy. He's never been in it to be his friends. He's always been there to protect the toys.
Well, to an extent.
Not to an extent.
Woody is
to a
also
full.
there to protect the toys, but he's also there to...
No, Woody's there to be a leader.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Which a leader
It's
is
toxic. We'll get
often
to
a
we'll get to that.
protector.
We're on Buzz right now, not caring about Andy.
I'm just trying to think. Like I feel like he is in it for Andy and the other ones. I mean, when they go on all these adventures to...
You know, when Woody was getting jealous and like he was fine, like being played with.
But he didn't know he was a toy then.
I feel like if you got another man's hands wrapped around you, playing with you,
It's called love.
I mean, I guess in the first one, Buzz was in it to try to get back to his planet. And then at the end, when he realized that he was a toy, I guess he really didn't do anything for Andy. In part 2, Buzz was actually, the sole purpose of the mission was to go get Woody and bring him back to Andy.
it just depends on the mission. Buzz is mission base.
Yeah. Number 3, his goal was just to keep the group together.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's never been in it for Andy. Andy was never his kid.
And number 4, he was in it just to get ass.
True.
He was
wanted
in to get his own
Jesse's
franchise.
ass.
That's the mission. If that's the mission, that's the mission.
He was like, Buzz, 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 like... I might agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make me hate.
Is it just
movie.
letting it sink in a little bit more? How about this one? Forky the whole time should have been called fucking Sporky.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, here's the thing with that. Like, yes, he was a cute character and
He was
stuff like
talking
that.
about committing suicide the whole fucking
Trash.
movie.
He's not-
He was trying to kill himself.
How did he come
the
to-
whole goddamn movie?
No,
How
was
did
just
he
trying
come
be-
to life, though? He's not a toy. Just because you put googly eyes on something doesn't mean it makes it a
Well,
toy.
why does something
It's the imagination
manufactured?
that feeds
why
life
does something
into it.
manufactured have to be a toy? Why can't we play with our dicks and we think they're toys, but those weren't originally created.
The
to be a
army guys
toy.
are just melted plastic. They're not like
Right.
movable parts or anything.
They're still a toy, though.
How
Yeah,
often did
but
we
they're
play with
fashioned
a
to be so.
stick and
In the
pretend it
same
was
way-
a gun?
That a spoon and some pipe cleaner is fashioned to be a toy.
Yeah, a couple
it's the imagination.
Googly
that's in it.
eyes.
I don't know. I just don't agree with the character of Forky. Like, there's no reason he would have the qualities of a toy.
Well, he
'Cause he's
doesn't think
not.
he's a toy. He thinks he's trash.
But the whole purpose is he should have never came to life in the first place.
That's probably how all of the toys come to life, is because they need a child to be sentient.
So
That gives
the,
him the
the
life.
child can play with the lamp over there, and then suddenly the lamp is going to come to life and start talking. And
Haven't you seen the
eyes.
Page Master?
Hell yeah. Or
You've
the
never seen the Page Master?
strange Macaulay Culkin. What?
Hawken.
Amazing toaster
I
strudel. What?
Sporky.
Sporky. Yeah, no one batted an eye that he was trying to commit suicide the whole entire movie.
I
They
think
thought it was
everybody had
cute.
batted a lot. And
Woody did. Woody
Yeah.
Woody
I'm
lost.
talking
sleep
people,
over-
real life people.
everybody batted an eye. It was like he's trying to kill himself.
real
It's-
life people. He froze when real
No,
life
like
people
the
were-
I'm
viewers-
talking like
the
people
viewers,
who
the
watched
audience.
the movie.
Oh.
Real life people.
Gotcha.
Everybody batted an eye. There's memes about that. Like he's trying to commit suicide, mental health.
Well,
all
I
that,
was
yeah.
like, it's a fork. He is
It's a
trash.
spork. We started with that. Oh!
See, it doesn't work.
I'm not going to do it. Go on.
Next. Woody is a dick.
No, he's a toy.
No, he's a toy, and I get Woody's a name for a dick. But Woody, the cowboy, is an asshole.
Yes.
He's just straight up dickhead. He has no redeeming factors.
He has
Everything
A
he does is selfish.
few. No, he tries to save people.
After
Toys.
he's fucked them over.
Yeah, he doesn't know he's fucking them over
Yes,
in the
he
moment.
does.
No,
Yes, he does.
He
He's
was
just trying to cover his own ass.
I would like to rebuttal that. No,
C-Y-A.
he was an
Cover
asshole in
your
the
ass.
first one. He tried to kill and get rid of Buzz
Yeah.
so
And
he
then
has
when
the
he-
concept
and then-
of death
And then the only reason he tried to fix it was
because everybody else hated
because
him.
everyone hated him.
when
and
they
he
turned
wanted,
against him.
Yeah. His
When the
his
sheriff-
people he tried to lead.
When he's got his back against the wall.
Pow pow.
The second one, he was kind of an ass too, because knowing his friends came all that way, risked their lives to help him. And then he's like, I'm staying here. I'm going to go to a museum. And they're just like, the fuck?
It took a whole entire fucking movie to be able to.
That's also on them though too, because he made his decision without. He didn't tell them to come find
It
him.
doesn't matter. It's not their life. Anyway,
They're not real life. Keep in mind, this isn't real.
It's still real to me.
real to me, damn it. Andy is a creep.
Yes.
Andy is a creeper.
Explain.
Like in the first movie, he's a kid. Let's
Yes.
get it. The second movie, he's a little older. The third and fourth movie, dude's old.
He's-
and like,
is he in the fourth one?
isn't he?
I don't
No,
think
he's
so.
just in the third one.
Okay, in the third one, dude's like I have action figures and I have toys. Don't get me wrong, but he's like, these are my toys, and the toys are like, no, we're still Andy's. Like, there's some weird shit going on there.
I mean,
Huh. I mean, like he still has his memories.
Those aren't memories, bro. That's an obsession.
No.
That's like some Silence of the Lambs bullshit. Like, will you fuck me? I'd fuck me. Those toys are tucking.
You just bought a doll not too long ago
I didn't buy a doll. I was gifted a doll.
from a horror place or whatever.
I was gifted it.
Oh. But you traded for it. I mean, like it's not a gift.
I
it's a
gifted
trade.
them something. They gifted me something.
That's a trade. Creeper. Buying little dowels. Creepy ass dowels.
creepy ass dolls. I just bought a creepy ass painting of a crying child.
I'm sensing a pattern.
Yeah, I like to see miserable things. But no, kind of a creep, kind of a scary creep. Kind of see serial killer vibes off that.
Just because he's playing with dolls?
Yeah,
Jeremy plays with dolls. I just bought a doll.
you have daughters.
Well, I mean,
Jeremy's
it
a
was for
creep.
me. It was a Predator doll, but it was cool.
I do
It's action figures, horror.
photography
Yeah.
with them.
Some people buy dolls that are naked.
I put them in the foreground. I get way in the background to make us look like we're the same size.
holding each other.
Hold their hand. I look deeply into their eyes.
You're proposing to it.
So, what do you think of the concept that every piece of Mr. Potato Head is sentient?
Every piece? Oh, because it hops behind him.
It
And
hops behind him, like when he takes off his lips still move.
yeah,
His eyes blink. His
I mean,
ears
it's a part
wiggle.
of him. It's an extension of him.
It's an extension of him, but they're all working on their own. He's
yeah,
like the thing.
I'm fine with that.
You're fine with it?
Yeah,
That's
I'm
okay in a kid's movie. What about all the fucking? Like that Bo Peep and Barbie does, and you think that's appropriate in a kid's movie?
Nice.
What fucking do they do?
Nice.
All the
ascot.
implied fucking.
Where they go behind the dollhouse.
I'll get somebody else to watch the sheep. I I don't know.
Are you ready for the guck?
Buzz? I mean, you got to add something in there for the adults.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
you got
do.
Randy Newman. Then you can look back on Randy Newman's career and realize how much of a fuck he was. Nobody to love.
Reason for short
You got little hands and little eyes. Little hands.
I am yet to
and
hate
then
Toy Story.
What about the idea that the whole entire first movie was just a metaphor for Andy's mom remarrying?
Huh?
The whole entire first movie was just a metaphor for Andy's mom remarrying.
Because she's changing partners, kind of like.
Wow. I totally watched the eyes just snap open when you got that.
Whoa, that was deep.
I'm not getting it.
Because there was a replacement from Woody to Buzz. So that's one, the faithful Woody to the new and improved Buzz.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same thing that's going on with Andy's mammy.
There was never another guy.
Oh, there was.
Well, where do you think fucking Andy came from?
Well, yeah, he had a dad and stuff, but where does the new dad come into play? There's not.
He only comes around.
He comes around after bedtime.
After midnight. It's a midnight
I
madness.
don't see that
Daddy's
one.
got a brand new bag.
That one's
Mixing
that one's
business
a-
with leather.
is a reach for me.
I got fucking nothing else. That's all I got.
Oh.
I still love it.
I love it too. I hope I didn't ruin Toy Story for you. It's a
I
fucking
don't think
fantastic movie.
I don't think you had any.
Hard evidence.
Yes.
I hope I had some facts in
Hard
it though.
evidence.
Some facts
Say
in
hard.
it though.
Say hard again.
Hard.
Ah!
Touch.
When I touch
You talking.
myself,
You gotta do that.
touching my
You gotta do that to Lonnie. Lonnie, look him deep in the eyes. As he does this, and he's gotta do it so serious.
You talking, boy. You telling people what daddy do. You telling people that daddy touch ya.
I got the strangest boner right now. Actually, it's not strange at all. It
There's
makes
probably somebody working in this office over here, and there's like, what the
hell
fuck?
is that?
perfect.
Who keeps watching SummerSlam 91? All right.
You like
What all do we have left?
You like what daddy do. That podcast do anything for you? Well, that's not all. Stay tuned next week for the continuation of this episode, or whenever these things come out. Later.